And hello and welcome to this Halloween edition of Orion Today. I'm Joe Johnson, and once again I'm joined by Matt Pfeiffer. Matt, thanks for joining us today.
Always my pleasure, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Are you enjoying this time of the year, the Halloween season?
I love it. I mean, I love this time of year because I love the change of seasons.
Yeah.
It's a great reminder, and quite frankly, I live on the lake, and a summer on the lake is exhausting. So the slowdown that we get along with the cool down is wonderful. Although we've been pretty lucky. It's been a warm October, and I've been on the lake quite a bit.
It has been, and I've learned over the past week or so, like I get these Facebook notifications of pictures I posted last year. And last year at this time, the leaves were just vibrant, reds and orange and yellow. But as you drive around Lake Orion over the past week or so, they're not quite there. And I'm hearing from people that they might not get there because we're in, I guess, what they consider a drought. And that's affected the change of the color of the leaves. And, you know, I like going out and photographing them and stuff. And the colors just seem muted this year. Have you noticed that?
I have, but then when you see, and you do, that bright red or that bright orange tree in the middle of a bunch of kind of brown or still green or whatever, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm a avid walker here in town. I love our trails and our pathways, and thanks to all the people who work on those committees that keep those going. But so I'm out on the trails a lot, and I like watching the progression, you know, as we go from summer into fall and just seeing that change. I think it's a reset for all of us. And,
it's one last hurrah before the cold and the snow,
or before it's banquet season. It's you know, we have all these great charity events coming up. We have, you know, the kids in costume, Halloween down in the village, and all the great you know, DDA programs that go through the fall. So I mean, the Lions, you know, the Christmas for Everyone's an awesome event. The Holly Jolly Folly. I mean,
coming
are
up,
you kidding
yeah,
me?
we'll
So
get
this
to
is
that.
an exciting time of year. I get real excited about.
Speaking of the village, and speaking of walking around, a couple of weeks ago I was walking down Flint Street in the village. I now live in the village, and I'll walk into the village to get food or whatever. And have you seen some of these Halloween decorations? There's a home here on Flint Street that looks like something out of Disney World or something. I mean, they really go all out, and I just had to shoot video of it. And
it's awesome.
Whether you're looking at it at night when it's all lit up or even during the day, it's really, really spectacular. And they seem to have raised the bar for the area because more and more homes have been putting up figures and decorations, and it's really spectacular to see. I don't know if there's any contests or competitions going on this time of the year, but I would throw my vote to this home right here. It's on Flint Street as you're walking east from the downtown area, and this homeowner has gone all out. And they do the same thing every year. It's really spectacular. So
yeah, the village really brings it when it comes to Halloween. I think more. I mean, you'll see scattered through the neighborhoods, but Atwater's always been really involved in decorating. So if you drive Atwater,
Atwater has some great homes
you'll
too.
see a bunch, and I think it's a great thing. It's the kids obviously love it. They get excited about it. And it's just another thing that makes our community great. I mean, people who are taking the time. I mean, think about the amount of money and time spent to create that. And it's really, they're creating it for the whole community as a whole. It's a reflection on all of us. And I love it.
I wish I could go trick-or-treating on Friday the 31st.
You could. I mean, you look like a young teenager dressed up in your costume today.
So there's a story behind this today. Do you recognize who I am?
I'm thinking Marty McFly. But
Marty McFly.
I was right. Oh, I didn't even see the hoverboard.
Yeah.
Because that would have been obvious, I think, for most of us.
So today, this is so crazy. In Back to the Future 2, Marty travels to the future. Now, back when the movie originally came out, the future was 2015. And the day was October 21st, which is today's date, which means today, 10 years ago, is the future that Marty traveled to, where they had the flying cars and the hydrated pizza and Faxes were all the rage in 2015. They got some stuff right. They kind of were off the mark a little bit for some things. They jumped the gun on the whole flying car thing. And faxes haven't really taken off like they thought they might.
They did for a minute.
For a little bit.
I mean,
one of the things they got right is if you watch the movie again today, that they're basically doing Zoom calls in the movie, which they nailed that. They're talking to each other on big TV monitors, and so there's a couple of things they got right. And at one point, one of Marty's kids is wearing like VR goggles at the table, so. I'm sure they consulted with some people who predicted what technology might be like in 2015. And they got some of it right, but we're still waiting on the flying cars. Even though I have seen videos of some people that do have lightweight flying vehicles that you can set up and fly fairly quickly. But I'm not sure I would want to be flying around Lake Orion with other drivers because people are crazy.
Lake Orion specific, or
well,
just anywhere?
Out and about on the roads. No.
Joe, I love you and I appreciate what you do in the community, but you know.
No. I'm just saying, being out and about on the road. Imagine, as crazy as drivers are, imagine if they're now 20, 30, 50 feet over your head. That's scary to think about.
Completely agree. The flying car thing, first of all, where are they? Because the Jetsons is where I might have first got the idea that it might be a thing. And I assume by now I'd be driving one. And yes, you're right. I would still be on my, I'm never on my phone driving. I have a car that drives me now though. So I feel like the future, I have a Tesla and it's pretty wild. I can have it come up to me from the parking lot and pick me up at the door from my phone, and I can get in the car and push the button and never touch it again until I get to my driveway, which is pretty cool. Last night we had a board meeting and we walked out, and I was with Trustee Lovett, and we walked out and there was this crazy vehicle that went by, and we're both like, we were talking about, oh my God, the future's now. Look at what is that? And it had these tall lights going up really high and out wide, and it was coming through the community or the township hall center and driving through, and we're like, what the heck is that? Well, driving home, I saw it again, and it was on a bike path, and it was just a bike, but it had all these lights, and we were like, oh, the future's now. It's so we kind of had that discussion. But.
I thought the same thing. I was in LA about a month or so ago, and I was shocked that they were so prevalent in LA. There were two things that I saw that really caught my eye. One of them were like the driverless Ubers, basically, where you can order it, it arrives to pick you up, there's no driver, you get in the car and it takes you to your destination, and those were everywhere.
Did you do it?
I did not do it,
I
but
would do it like
I was shocked to see these driverless cars going around. They're called Waymos.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, and the other thing we saw a lot of, and this could be like a movie or something, were those little robots on wheels that deliver food and stuff like that. Apparently, those follow a path to their destination, deliver food, and go back to their point of origin. But apparently, there are people who abuse these things, and there was one that I saw that looked like it was drunk. It just couldn't go in a straight line. It was really struggling, and I felt sorry for it. Like that's the era we live in now, where I feel sorry for these little delivery robots who are getting abused. Robot rights. I'm all about robot rights.
Wow. Well, you could start a movement. I think I get that, and I think it's exciting. We live in exciting times. I mean, if you think back to when we were kids, or when the movie, Back to the Future came out, and we thought about all these things, but it just seems so far away, and a lot of it is here. I mean, apparently with my car. I guess in the next year or two, they say that I'm going to be able to basically flip a switch when I'm at work or at home and I don't need it, and it will go out and it will pick people up and drop them off. It'll be an Uber without me having to do it, and it'll basically, I'll get paid or it'll cover costs. So the future's now.
Yeah.
Really we have a theme for the show today.
The future
is now.
Yeah. Talk about Halloween events coming up. There's been a couple in the community the past week or so. We're going to show you a video of one that took place last week Wednesday. It's one of my favorite events. It's downtown Lake Orion Halloween extravaganza, and it's had kind of a really interesting evolution, where, you know, a Lake Orion Halloween parade goes way back, and that was a long time tradition in Lake Orion. But then when COVID came around, that kind of turned everything upside down, and the DDA had to centralize it into Children's Park and kind of take some precautions and stuff. And so it's gone through some changes. But a couple years ago, the parade returned, which I was really happy to see. Instead of going down Broadway and closing down the main street that runs through the village, it now travels down Anderson Street into Children's Park, where they had all kinds of cool stuff set up. So let's take a look at the highlights from the Halloween extravaganza from last week. On the evening of Wednesday, October 15th, the Lake Orion community was invited to come down to Children's Park for the DDA's annual Halloween extravaganza. Beautiful fall weather allowed visitors to enjoy cider and donuts, games and crafts, and trick-or-treating throughout the park and in downtown Lake Orion. At 6 p.m., families departed from Village Hall and made their way down Anderson Street to join in on the fun.
We invite everybody in the area to come trick-or-treating downtown Lake Orion. We have over 40 businesses that are participating. And as you can hear, we've got great Halloween-type music playing in the background. The hours, we're running 5 to 8 today. For those that want to participate in the parade, we are meeting at Village Hall, and that's happening at 5:30, and then we're stepping off at 6 o'clock, and they're making their way. Last year we had 200 kids participate, so we're hoping the numbers go up a little bit more this year. And they are coming down Anderson, will make their way across the bridge into Children's Park. We have kids' crafts, a bracelet making. Orion Art Center has a great art project for the kids to do. We have free cider and donuts courtesy of the DDA. And we have other treats and activities here. And again, running from 5 to 8. Kids have a lot of fun things to do.
The Halloween parade had been a long-time tradition in Lake Orion until the COVID pandemic put an end to that in 2020. Organizers adjusted to the restrictions and kept the Halloween fun going in Children's Park, but in 2024, the parade returned.
I think it's, you look for those memory makers over the years with your kids, and this is certainly one of those. I know as far as even one of our board members, Sally Medina, mentioned, you know what, I love the parade, and that's actually what engaged her to become active within the DDA board. This is something where you look back on and you bring your kids back year after year. Our businesses love it when you talk about, how it's changed over the years. During COVID, when we had to put everything within this location here, last year we made the change to put it back to getting people walking through downtown, get a chance to check out the new businesses that we have in downtown and to visit some favorites. And again, it allows them to enjoy the social district for the parents, and it's just a great evening out. Really captures the fun and festivity of fall.
Village Council President Teresa Rutt was put to work serving cider and donuts to the costume kids and their family members. I asked her what this annual tradition means to Lake Orion residents.
I think every resident wants to feel like they have a place to belong and a place that they can thrive and bring their family, and this really provides a vibrant place for families to come out and have fun together and enjoy the community and enjoy fun. And we also got a gorgeous day today for this as well.
That's right. I know it's just getting underway, but what are you witnessing here today?
Yeah, a lot of kids with some of the cutest costumes ever, and we are just getting underway, but in about a half hour to 45 minutes, this place will be flooded with kids that will be coming from the parade. And yeah, just the coolest, most creative costumes, and just kids excited to be out here today.
I tell you, we are very grateful from the Lake Orion DDA, both board and staff, for our businesses that stepped forward. We had a lot of calls in the office, like, how many should we plan on? And I'm like, well, people last year were running out at around 1,000 pieces of candy. I said, so you might want to bump it up just a little bit this year. Our wonderful police, DPW stepping forward, and the fire department. I mean, everybody comes together. The volunteers, we call them our illuminators, our new program, have stepped forward to help pass out the cider and donuts, help with setup, tear down. taking photography, helping out at the crosswalk at Flint and Broadway. I mean, everybody's coming out in tour de force to make sure it's a safe event and a fun event for our families.
Next up is Witches Night, taking place on Friday, October 24th from 5 to 10 p.m. in both downtown Lake Orion and Oxford. A trolley will shuttle participants back and forth between the two communities, or you can just ride your broomstick to enjoy the spellbinding activities. For more information, visit downtownlakeorion.org. In downtown Lake Orion, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
And we are back. Looking at that video, I can't remember downtown Lake Orion looking so vibrant, bustling with activity, families going from business to business, seeing the business owners out there. Downtown Lake Orion is spectacular. And with all the floral arrangements and the urns at the intersection and hanging baskets, it's spectacular. Would you not agree?
I 100% agree. The energy. It's not just the events. It's not just the flowers and all the improvements that have happened and the new businesses, new facades. It's the energy and it's the people and all of those things have made it a place where we want to be. And so now I think a lot of us spend a lot more time in the village than we used to. I mean, as you know, and many know that know me, I'm born and raised here. I've been here, but it wasn't a place we wanted to hang out when I was a kid. It wasn't a place we wanted to hang out when I was a young adult. Wagon wheel, that's period. But now it is a place where families want to be. It's a place where singles want to be. It's a place for young people, old people. It is a true center to our community. And quite frankly, I mean, let's face it, we've got groups like the Lions Club that do great events. We've got the Lighted Parade. We have the DDA. And I'm super thankful that we have a group of people, of volunteers primarily, focused on making sure it is picture perfect all the time and that there's reasons to come downtown. So thank you, DDA. Thank you, businesses in town. And thank you to our awesome groups like the Lions and the Legion and all these groups that just bring such life to our town.
And it's so photogenic. I'm hearing that students are getting their senior portraits done in downtown Lake Orion. There's so many photo ops. It's really great to see.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the dam. You've got of course, the alley is super popular. The gazebo, the creek. There's a lot of great spots. And the new restaurant. We celebrated my son's birthday up there on the upper loft, looking out on a beautiful night early October here, and there's just so much. There's so much good. I don't know about you, but I think I do know this for you. I'm so thankful that we live in such an amazing place. I mean, it's as close to what I believe a Hallmark town really is in terms of when people have that thinking, and we get to live it every day. How lucky are we?
We are, Now, you mentioned the Lions. Of course, the Lions played Tampa Bay last night. They had a really great game. That was fun.
Man, oh man.
But we have our own Lions here in Lake Orion, the Lake Orion Lions Club, who do so much for this community, and like you said, are responsible for several events that take place throughout the year.
Well, not only the events, but helping the people that really need it in this community, and they step up and it's good. And I don't know if many people know, but there's an actual lion that is part of the Lions, and I'm super excited that we are joined.
Does the Lions mascot have a name? I'm not aware of the Lions' name. If not, we might have to have a contest.
A contest. Well, there's one of those going on now for naming something. Maybe we can name the lion. Luckily, the lion doesn't talk. So it's going to be a great interview.
We got some filling to do, but you want to do the big reveal and show us who you are?
Time to scare the kids.
There we go.
Did you lose your microphone?
Just a little windsock. Just a windsock. But of course, this is Roger Brodeur from the Lions Club joining us today. You've been in here many, many times to share all the good things that are happening with the Lions Club. And so there's some great stuff coming up. I mean, we're still about a week or a week and a half away from Halloween, but of course, a lot of people in this community are already looking forward to the holidays and beyond. And the Lions Club does a great project to make sure that families in and around Lake Orion have a good Christmas, that they have a meal, and that they have presents, and they're able to feed their children. So, Roger, thanks for joining us.
Sure, thanks for having me today.
The day after Halloween is Saturday, November 1st. There's a big event coming on. Tell us about that.
November 1st, we do our annual auction, Christmas for Everyone auction, and we usually end up 250, 300 people there. This year, for the second year, it's at Eagle Creek Academy, and over on Sashaba,
Great venue.
Seymour Lake Road, rather. Sorry, and yeah, it was really cool last year.
Yeah,
last year was nice having the big stage there, and we had a photo booth set up, and a lot to do there. And we have a open bar and food, really fantastic catering, and the silent and live auction going on. Fun event, month and a half before Christmas.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I'm sure that ticket sales help raise money for your Christmas Baskets program, but you mentioned the auctions. Talk about who helps make that auction process possible.
Yeah, mostly our own club members. We buy some items. We get a lot donated throughout the community, and end up, obviously all new items, but a lot of really nice baskets. Of course, on TV helps us out there as well, and just a lot of people in the community donating things that we can then sell and raise money.
Yeah, just a great afternoon. I'm sure you've been there, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I don't think I've missed many. If it was because I was out of town, but it's just such a great group, and again, it shows the generosity of the amazing community we have, because as hard as you guys work on it, it doesn't happen if we don't have people showing up, if we don't have people donating. And I normally donate a rug, and I don't think you guys have gotten one yet this year, so if you need it, come by and get it. But yeah, to me, again, it's just it's what makes our town great. People coming together to help our own in need, and the Lions are always first up to help anyone who needs it, and
Absolutely.
we thank you for it. We do.
Yeah.
And for many, many years, I'm sure the Lions are grateful for Malash, who provided that space for a long time.
Oh yeah, they really loved doing that. And I mean, I remember there was one year that Malash's, we were gonna shut the doors because as far as we were concerned, we were overloaded. And Mark Malash said, no, you're not shutting my doors. You let more people in. And he started rearranging tables and chairs to get more people in there.
Yeah, I think
It was
I sat
awesome.
in the bathroom that year, which was an odd place to have dinner, but you know what? Anything for you guys.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been a strong supporter for a long time, but obviously went through that change last year because the dealership has changed ownership, and now you have a great new location.
New
that has
venue and
a lot of space.
And the idea here is it's not just about that night. The reason for the auction is to support our Christmas basket program, that the weekend before Christmas, we deliver food, a lot of food, and gifts and toiletries, toilet paper, cleaning supplies for houses. We deliver all this stuff to over 200 households every year. And that's in conjunction with the schools as well. We do this at the gym at the Cirque building. And it's mind-boggling when you see all these people getting together. We'll have 100 volunteers that day putting together this food. And then next day, probably another 50 cars, SUVs and trucks out delivering the food. Families, complete families, get the kids doing that, carrying boxes up to houses, and it's fantastic.
I shoot video at the event every year when they're packing the boxes, and one thing I get a kick out of are people like you who over the years have brought their kids to help pack, because they want their children to know that they shouldn't take for granted what they have, because there are people in the community who go without, and it's really a life lesson to show them that you got to give back so that those who are less fortunate can have a happy Christmas too.
Well, I'm a big believer that people, in any of the events I've been involved in, and including with you guys, is those of us who are participating and volunteering to do it really gain more than the actual people we're helping. And I think it becomes addictive, and I think the more that we can encourage people to come out and try it, and to bring the kids is such an important message. To bring the kids and get them involved, and let's raise kids into adults that get it, that understand that we are all so freaking blessed to live where we live in the times we live in. You know, it's our responsibility and duty to step up and help. But in doing so, you reap the rewards yourself. And so we, you know, you guys are a well-oiled machine. I mean, you have done this for a long time. You do it incredibly well. So that makes for a great event and a great night. But also, you do need help, and it takes a village. And so for people who are watching that really want to be a part of helping, what can they do?
You know, these days, I've done it now for 15 years. My kids, my two oldest, were 6 and 9 the first time, and drive into these houses, you know, the trailer park on Brown Road, and you know, does somebody really live there? Is what I remember my son saying at 9 years old. And then we get back in our brand new Ram pickup, and he picks up his phone and starts playing games, and you know, they realize not everybody has what they have. But what I've done in the last few years, and on most of the Lions, is we back off. The day of packing food, we sit back and watch and supervise and manage things and make sure it stays organized, and let the volunteers do it, let the kids do it. You know, I even have some kids that have done it so many years that at 10, 12 years old, they're taking adults around and teaching them how to do this.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And there's a special needs group that comes in and helps out too, right?
They are that. Well, it was the Pine Tree Center kids would come over. I don't know where what's going to happen this year, but a lot of changes there. But yeah, they'd come help stack food and build boxes, tape boxes together, all kinds of things. They really like doing that.
We're showing video there. Not only do you count on donations of canned goods and dry goods, but you also get perishables, right, from like Meyer and stuff, and you purchase those, right?
Yeah, we purchase those, and that's the reason for the auction. That's the money that we use to buy the additional food that don't get donated. And also gifts. We buy gift cards. Teenagers, it's pretty hard to buy a 16-year-old. You know, you're not going to buy them toys or get donated toys, so we give them gift cards quite often, and parents as well in the household. So, yeah, that all comes from the auction money and from donated money. We get donations as well.
Well, we're only less than 2 weeks out. So, what is it too late for people to help?
So, no. So you can buy your ticket for the auction, LakeOrionLions.org, or our Facebook page. There are links, and there's the flyer with a QR code to scan. So buy your tickets. We always need more people to show up and place bids and enjoy themselves for the evening. Open bar and fantastic food. You can donate items. We still are taking items for donation that we can sell. Go to either the Facebook page or LakeOrionLions.org, and there's a donate button in both places. Just donate money, donate cash. It goes to the PayPal site, and you can use a credit card to donate cash, or especially show up on the 19th and 20th for the food baskets, for the 19th to all day Friday to put the food together, sort it, and shop for it and everything, and box it up, and then Saturday deliveries.
Yeah. And something that's kind of overlooked sometimes is it's not just families that benefit from this, but senior citizens too.
Oh yeah, usually there are about 90 seniors that we pack up food for, and we've kind of gone to more gift card for seniors, because some can eat some things, some can't. You know, it depends on their health situation, but.
You want to meet them where they're at.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Be able to help them in the way you can.
We've changed over the years and adapted to their needs more.
Yeah. Well, what you're doing is absolutely fantastic, and I really enjoy seeing it every year. All the people that come out and pack things up. It's just another testament to this community, and when you put out the call, people will respond.
They show up big time.
Always does.
Every time.
And if you're also looking for more information about either the auction or the food basket prep and delivery, contact at lakeorionlions.org. And if you have any trouble buying tickets to the auction, hit that email and I'll personally help guide you through the process of buying your tickets.
Just in case, if someone were to not get through that process, whatever, and they showed up that night, could they pay at the door
Absolutely.
and come in?
Absolutely.
So you guys aren't turning anybody down.
Not likely.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big
Somebody
facility.
wants to help, we're there.
It's a big facility, yeah.
We'll
yeah.
take
It
the
is
help.
It's a fun night, and the
Yeah.
reality is we're at that time of year, we're not outside and
Right.
having some nice events to attend. Plus, it's our community coming together. So you're around friends, you're around
Right.
community, and that's the theme.
It's all people they're all there because a lot of them know each other. We get whole tables that people sign up for 1 or 2 or 3 tables, and then it's just people that want to help.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's always the same people. It's always those people.
Yeah.
They want to get out there and help. They help in a lot of different events around town, and it's nice. You get to know a lot of people.
It's nice when the new ones come out, though, too, isn't it?
is.
To get more
Absolutely.
people, and you can kind of see people's eyes light up, and people kind of they get it. And I know, especially when it comes to the volunteering and coming out and being able to be a part of that. I think it hits a switch with many.
Oh, yeah.
So if you haven't done it, do it once.
Yeah. You'll come back every year.
You'll be hooked most likely, and it'll make a difference.
Every year, people come back, and kids come back, and we get the high school kids involved, and we've often had the football team helping us haul big boxes of food around that my old back doesn't do well with anymore. But we've got over 100 club members, Lake Orion Lions, and we're always looking for more.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them that are getting older and can't do what they used to do. And so
You're not that old.
I'm bringing the age down.
You've got a year or 2 left of service, I think, before we put you out to the
I've been
Lion retirement
15
farm.
years now as a Lion, and
That's great.
And,
Thank you.
Love it, every bit of it.
Sincerely,
So
Roger.
we need more.
It's
We always need more.
Yeah.
All right, so LakeOrionLions.org. You also have a Facebook presence, and if you need contact information, visit the website and get involved and help out. Roger, thanks for coming in today.
Excellent.
And
Thanks, guys,
doing
for having
great
me.
things in the community.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The Lake Orion Dragons fall sports season is going strong, and the varsity Dragons football team got their first win on homecoming. It was a very emotional win. I was on the sidelines, and it was really great to see. So here's my coworker Joey Tysick, who put together this week's sports highlights.
Hello and welcome to Lake Orion Sports Update. I'm your host Joey Tysick, and today we will give updates on the fall sports season as we highlight boys soccer districts, powder puff, and varsity football. The Lake Orion boys varsity soccer team started their district tournament against Davison at home on October 9th after finishing the regular season 7-4-3. Lake Orion got going quick in this one as Austin Negri showed some great ball handling, going around 3 defenders, leading to the first goal just 4 minutes into the game. Only a few minutes later, and Lake Orion scored their second goal off of a deep cross to a Negri header, giving the Dragons an early 2-0 lead. Davison settled in a bit and were able to slow Lake Orion down just a little, but with 15.5 minutes left in the first half, Negri completed the hat trick as he pushed the ball to the right side of the goal and kicked it all the way back to the left side for the score. Once again, just a few minutes later, Lake Orion was able to get their fourth goal of the half, breaking the game wide open after a quick throw-in and shot from Will Farmer that was redirected by Braden Kopitsky. 4-0 would be the score at the half, and Lake Orion would not let up coming out. Once again, Austin Negri would score his fourth goal of the game after Davison could not get the ball out of their side of the field, and Negri just fired it past the Davison goalie. Although it was a 5-0 game, Davison's goalie actually had a lot of really good saves. The Cardinals just could not stop Lake Orion's relentless attack on goal. The rest of the half cooled way down as neither team was able to get anything else going until Lake Orion did get their sixth and final goal off of a penalty kick from Chris Luna with just under 7 minutes to go. This win led to Lake Orion facing off against Oxford on October 14th. Lake Orion had won the regular season meeting between the teams 3-1 at home, but now this district matchup was on neutral territory at Lapeer High School. This was a back and forth affair all night long as both teams were playing well defensively. The game was tied 1-1 in regulation and had to go to sudden death overtime. In overtime, Lake Orion would score the game-winning goal to advance to the district final against another rival, Clarkson. Lake Orion got beat up by Clarkson in the regular season, losing 0-5 on the road. Clarkson won the regular season OAA Red title and proved why in the district final. Lake Orion would fall 0-2 to the Wolves. The Dragons fought hard and played well, but they just could not get through Clarkson's defense. What a great season by the Dragons, and they will look to continue to build on this next year. Homecoming week was last week, which means we got the annual Powder Puff football game between the juniors and the seniors on Thursday night, October 16th. With the new flag football league, the skill level of this Powder Puff game may continue to rise. The game started quickly when the seniors took the first kickoff over 50 yards to immediately put them in a scoring opportunity. Then, off of a quarterback sweep from Kendra Fornwall to the left side of the field, the seniors got the first score of the game. The juniors then responded quickly with a 48-yard touchdown run from Abby Nearing, tying the score at 7. On the ensuing seniors drive, Lily Brodowski scored from 34 yards out after a quick cutback, and then the juniors just could not pull her flag and scored. However, the juniors again responded as Sailor Papadelis faked the handoff and ran it herself for the touchdown. But this time the juniors went for 2 points, converted, and now had the lead. The seniors once again responded, and this game turned into a track meet as Nadia Fedorinchik received a reverse for the 66-yard touchdown. What a play by the seniors to put the seniors back in front 21-15. The defense has stepped up a bit as this would be the score at the end of the half. Coming out of halftime, the juniors received the kickoff, and just a couple minutes into the drive, Brooke Bronchick ran it in from 50 yards out. With the game tied, the juniors once again went for 2, but they were unsuccessful, keeping the score at 21 apiece. Both teams slowed down until the fourth quarter when Lily Brodowski once again found the end zone with the juniors just struggling to grab her flags. The seniors secured the game when once again they used the reverse to give Fedorinchik another long touchdown. The seniors avoided an early scare from the juniors to win the game 35-21. Then came the big Friday night festivities of the varsity football team going up against Oak Park for homecoming. The Dragons were looking to get their first win of the season after a multitude of close losses, injuries, and other setbacks on the season. It did not take long for Lake Orion to get on the board as Peyton Lyles returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown to give Lake Orion the early lead. This also fired up Lake Orion's defense, stopping Oak Park as the Knights didn't help themselves much, getting a few penalties on their opening drive. Lake Orion got the ball back and wasted no time moving the ball down the field with a solid running game, even from the quarterback Anderson Adams. From the 34-yard line, Adams got the snap and Oak Park sent pressure. Adams stepped up in the pocket and with wide open running room, took it himself for the score, putting the Dragons up 14-0. This score would be the score going into the half as Oak Park's defense settled in and really made it tough on the Dragons. The Dragons continued to get stops as well, but once again, silly mistakes were hurting Oak Park. In the second half, Lake Orion had a costly fumble early in the third quarter that led to the Knights' first score of the game from Quentin Blakely. Oak Park continued to put pressure on the Dragons, and the Dragons had some penalties that really cost them late in the game, giving Oak Park opportunities. However, the Dragons' defense responded with some tough stops, but once again, the offense just couldn't get into rhythm in the second half, with lots of penalties, drops, and miscues. Lake Orion would punt with 4 minutes to go, and Rondre Austin received a kick and returned it for a 96-yard touchdown. However, Austin would receive an unsportsmanlike penalty for taunting on the return, putting the extra point attempt from 35 yards out, leading Oak Park to decide to go for 2 and the potential win. Trey Hawkins got the snap, dropped back, and fired the ball to the end zone, just barely over the hands of Caden Taylor, keeping Lake Orion's 1-point lead. The Dragons just needed a couple first downs to secure the win. However, Oak Park got the stop, and with 50 seconds to go, Hawkins found Taylor for a deep pass that put the Knights at Lake Orion's 25-yard line. But Lake Orion stepped up huge as they got a key sack on the next play. This would rattle Oak Park as they needed to hurry, and their receivers would try to leave early, getting back-to-back false start penalties, moving them all the way to midfield. The final play, Oak Park got another penalty, ending the game 14-13. Dragons win. What a game, and what a way to fight. Lake Orion's season will end this week at Saline. Go Dragons. For even more Lake Orion sports, check out our YouTube channel for our full game coverage. Visit youtube.com and search for Orion Neighborhood Television. Also, make sure to catch all of our replays Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m. We'll see you next time.
So yeah, what a great win for the Dragons, their first win of the season on homecoming. If you're going to win one, win homecoming.
Yeah.
So emotional, and to see those kids celebrate after the game. It was the first time all season that they ran over to the student section and celebrated with the students. And Coach Bell came over for the post game, and you could see the enthusiasm and the excitement in his eyes. And they just desperately needed that. And, you know, it's a young team. Only 3 varsity players from the previous season came back this season to play. And so there's a learning curve. And hopefully the kids that played this season are going to be able to take what they've learned and apply it to next season and make some improvements there.
Yeah, no question. Well, you know, they've got the community behind them. Obviously,
Yeah.
Our community loves our Dragons, and I am really bummed I missed that one. It actually I was on my schedule, and then it dawned on me too late when I was already involved in something else. But
Yeah.
it's a great energy and a great atmosphere always, and I look forward to being at next year's with a more mature team that's ready to
Yeah.
really take it to some of the competition.
Definitely. That's one of my favorite places to be, is on the sidelines shooting highlights at these games.
Yeah, you're a
It's
big
lot of
one.
fun.
You get all these VIP activity. You know, I'm up in the top metal stands, nosebleeds, but
I'll wave up to you. If I
yeah.
see
Well,
you.
thank you. It's an honor. It's an honor.
Now, earlier we were talking about Halloween activities here in the community. We talked about the DDA's Halloween extravaganza in the village. Well, the township has been doing an event, I think since 2008, called the Boo Bash, which first took place in Friendship Park, then came over here to the Orion Center for a number of years, and for the first time ever, it took place at GLAC, the Great Lakes Athletic Club, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. There's a naming contest going on. I think today's the deadline to submit names. But let's take a look at this highlight package from Boo Bash, and then we'll talk more about it afterward.
On Friday, October 17th, Orion Township Parks and Rec hosted their annual Boo Bash at the Great Lakes Athletic Club on Baldwin Road. Visitors enjoyed carnival games outdoors and arts and crafts indoors, and a wagon ride took families to a nearby pumpkin patch. It was the first time the event was held at the athletic club.
Well, the new space took a little bit of brain power to try and figure out, because, you know, you get used to doing things a certain way, and then you have to change it up. So we are using the outdoor space, which is actually working very well in our favor. The indoor space, we have 3 different rooms to use on the senior wing, so we have different activities in each and every room, and it's just come together in a marvelous way.
Staff from the Leslie Science and Nature Center were on hand to educate visitors about some of the creepy crawlies usually associated with Halloween.
Today we're actually here just to show some of the animals that we have at our nature center. Every year we've been coming to Boo Bash, at least I've been here the past 3 years. We always bring our bats, as well as we make sure to bring some things like a scorpion with a fairy, and then we also have one of our tarantulas with us as well, one of our western fox snakes. And then this enclosure over here, we also have our Madagascar cockroaches and a variety of different animal specimens. But we're here to just bring a little bit of awareness to bats overall, because it is the season being Halloween, so we do like to talk about bats a lot. But if there are any other questions that you might have about our booth today?
Is your goal to sort of demystify some of these animals, not make them so scary?
Yeah, a lot of these animals are actually extremely important. Like when it comes to bats, bats are actually keystone species regardless of where they live. When it comes to these fruit bats that we brought today, in Africa, they are very important pollinators and seed dispersers. And so without them, a lot of those different ecosystems would actually collapse. There would be less trees, less fruit, and just a lot of animals wouldn't actually be able to survive.
Orion Township's Boo Bash began in 2008 at Friendship Park. It moved to the newly constructed Orion Center in 2012, and the popular event returned every year for more than a decade before moving to the recently acquired Great Lakes Athletic Club this year.
I hope they come away with a family-friendly, fun activity. I mean, the whole idea of Parks and Rec is really to bring families together in a fun way, doing fabulous, safe, fun things with the whole family.
Orion Township is in the process of selecting a new name for the athletic club. Submissions were accepted through October 21st, and voting will begin on Friday, October 24th. You can place your vote on the Orion Township or Parks and Recreation Facebook pages, or visit Township Hall or the Athletic Club on Baldwin Road. The winning entry will be revealed at a ceremony at the Athletic Club on November 12th. At the Great Lakes Athletic Club, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
So yeah, the Boo Bash is something I look forward to every year, and seeing it at the new location was great. They got the indoor space, the outdoor space, great turnout, lots of fun for everybody. Little wagon ride through the parking lot over to the pumpkin patch, and everyone just seemed to have a really good time there.
Yeah, we have an amazing parks team. They really do bring it to every event. They knock it out of the park, and we get such great feedback from the residents that they really do enjoy these that have now become fixtures like Boo Bash. Another one that's coming up, and honestly I don't know the date, but it's very soon. So if you're a car bingo, which became popular during COVID, there's a Halloween car bingo coming up any day. And as you mentioned in the video, today's the last day for folks to enter their names, their suggestions into at the township website, so that tomorrow, I believe, or very soon, we'll put out the final names, and then the community, y'all get to vote and name the community center. Nothing wrong with the name GLAC, but that's not who we are anymore, and so really looking forward to seeing what comes in. I've actually seen some, and there's a lot of great names that have come in. It's gonna be a tough competition, I think.
Yeah, so if you're watching this live today, you still have time to submit a name. If not, you'll have time to vote on the name, and then there'll be a big reveal on the 12th. We're going to be over at Heritage Park on Baldwin, and then we'll go over to the Athletic Club for a ribbon cutting and a big reveal over there. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Heritage Park's really cool. That's a neat little spot along Baldwin, which is, I mean, let's face it, Baldwin's beautiful. When you drive Baldwin, I think the investment was made, the decision was made long before my time on the board to really find a way to make Baldwin Road special and unique, and I think that has happened. Our team does such a good job with the landscaping and keeping it up, and then the pocket parks between the Dragon down near 75 and now Heritage Park. They're really cool, and there's a lot to Heritage Park that people might not even realize. A lot of indigenous plants, the view. I don't know if you've seen the drone view from atop, but
I shot the drone view. Yeah.
Have you seen it though? It's gorgeous, and there's some really cool elements that I hope people come out to see that 4:30 on the 12th, and then we'll move to the community center, and that name will be revealed, and there's going to be food from restaurants around town there. It's obviously a free event, so we want to encourage people to come out and be a part of your community center. And it's an exciting time here in Orion. There's so many, and there'll be some highlights about things that have been added over the past few years.
Sure.
There at the community center for that day. There'll be tours, so I really hope to get a great turnout from the community to celebrate this awesome gem that is really, we're getting great feedback. It's really cool.
And as you drive down Baldwin, you'll notice that the fountain there right out in front of the athletic center is pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So check that was out when you come to visit.
Idea from one of our staff members,
that's great.
Kristen in our DPW department, and they dyed it pink, and it will be pink until the end of the month, and then on the 31st it'll be shut off, winterized for the winter, and the pink will go away. But again, it just shows kind of the same theme over and over again, that this community really cares, and we all know that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer, so it touches everybody.
Right.
Nobody escapes being touched by it, and to show awareness, to remind people to get checked, especially women, but it does affect men as well, is very important, and it's made a huge difference. in terms of helping people that are fighting it. So the awareness is cool, and it's just we've gotten really great feedback from the community regarding the pig fountain. So.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 weeks from today's election day? Do I have the math right on that?
Yeah, I think
2
that's
weeks from
that's
today's
right.
election
Yeah,
day?
in fact, we had I was right before here. I was at the township hall, and we have election training happening as we speak, and we have the 9 days of early voting, which is the new Michigan law. So that will be starting. So voting actually starts this weekend.
Yeah.
And it'll be, they're ready. Our awesome clerk, Julia Dalrymple, and her team have been working tirelessly to be prepared for it, because quite frankly, we're still getting used to the fact that this 9-day early it adds a lot more work, adds a lot more to that process, hiring more people, all of that, and they do a great job, and so they will be ready. And you'll be able to vote this weekend on the school bond.
Exactly, and that's a great segue, because we recently had Superintendent Heidi Mercer here in the studio, who wanted to educate voters on what they can look for on the ballot on November 4th. Let's take a look at that now.
From the morning our youngest learners step through our doors, to the evening our seniors walk across the graduation stage, one thing is clear. We are all dragons. And our differences are evident in our relevant programming, award-winning schools, and our tight-knit community. On November 4, we have the opportunity to take another step forward in providing excellent opportunities for our dragons through a bond proposal that, if approved, would enable us to continue capital improvements to our school buildings to prepare our students for the next step in their educational journey and beyond. Our goal with all these improvements? Delivering the Dragon difference for all students. This begins with significant improvements to Lake Orion High School, where our Dragons pass through. The bond would provide next-level opportunities, bolstering hands-on learning experiences through renovations to architecture, engineering, robotics, health sciences, cybersecurity, and auto shop, equipping these spaces with the tools and technology used in today's job market. The proposal also includes updates to our fine arts and athletics facilities at Lake Orion High School, renovating music and auditorium spaces, improving the baseball and softball fields, and expanding the weight room. In addition to these updates at Lake Orion High School, the bond would help us to continue advancing learning environments across the district to cultivate our schools for today's teaching and learning. This includes continuing efforts to modernize educational technology and classroom furniture, creating middle school robotics space for our growing programming, and enhancing special education classrooms district-wide, such as adding sensory rooms. Another focus of our bond proposal is transforming the Community Education Resource Center, the CERC, to support specialized programming with modernized learning environments and improved building systems. These renovations would better equip CERC to support our students at Learning Options High School and the Phases program, creating new and improved and safe spaces for alternative education and post-secondary special education. The November 4 bond proposal continues our efforts to provide safe facilities and relevant programming. Other district updates include enhancing security, renovating building systems and sites across the district, adding early childhood center classroom space for our increasing demand, and replacing aging buses. If approved by voters, the bond would generate $272 million for these capital improvements at a tax rate that is 0.49 mils lower than our current millage rate. For more information on delivering the Dragon difference for all students, please visit our website and remember to vote on November 4.
All right, so make sure you get to the polls on November 4th and do your duty and vote. And let's kind of wrap things up on the show. We'll be back after this, but ONTV's Becky Andrus put together this week's Quick Hits. Let's see what's happening in the community in the next week or so.
Don't miss Car Bingo Spectacular tonight at Friendship Park from 5:30 to 7. This free event will take place in the parking lot and pavilion and will be a great way to kick off your Halloween fun. All ages are welcome. Stop by the Oakland Farmers Market on Saturday for some more Halloween fun. Trick or treat with market farmers and crafters from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Shop with vendors, collect candy at the booths, and purchase your own pumpkin to carve and decorate. For details, call 248-858-5495. Don't miss Spooky Steam at the library this Saturday from 11 o'clock to noon. Come and enjoy spooky-themed activities that involve science, technology, engineering, art, and math. This program is for students in K through 5th grade. Join the Oakland County Parks on Sunday for a seed collection day. This free program will meet in the dog park at Orion Oaks and run from 9 a.m. to noon. Please register online at oakgov.com. Mark your calendar. The Lions Club Christmas for Everyone charity auction will be taking place on November 1st at Eagle Creek Academy. This event raises funds for the Lions' annual Christmas basket program. Tickets can be purchased at lakeorionlions.org or through the Lions Club Facebook page. It looks like we're in for a mostly dry week. Wednesday's forecast is calling for morning showers with a high of 50 and low 40. Partly cloudy on Thursday with a high 51 and low 34. Partly cloudy skies on Friday with a high 54 and low 36. Partly cloudy again on Saturday with a high 55 and low 39. And evening showers on Sunday with a high of 60 and low 45. Well, that's it for this week's ONTV Quick Hit. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
So Becky answered your question. The bingo is tonight at the
Gotta love
Athletic
Becky.
Club.
She's got my back.
Yeah, so you
got my
roll
back.
up and you tune into a radio station, right? And you hear the bingo numbers called, and you could win valuable prizes.
It came out of COVID, and it was popular, and it is popular. So, the teams kept it going, and it's fantastic. And that's not the only thing.
We got another thing we want to promote.
One more,
so
yeah.
a couple of weeks from now is Veterans Day, November 11th.
Yeah.
Now, where Memorial Day is more of a somber occasion where we think about those who lost their lives in battle and since then, Veterans Day is more of a celebration of our veterans who are here with us, and it's an opportunity to thank them. So Orion Township has something special planned for
happening.
the 11th.
It's happening. So this year will be first time at the community center. I'm going to call it community center, but GLAC as well. And so it'll be there, and it is free for any veteran and their guest to come out and have a wonderful lunch. There's live music, a nice band plays, and the veterans will share some stories, which is always a really nice highlight of the day. But it's really just a day to celebrate those that have served our great nation and served us, and to thank them and to show appreciation. And we have such a good team over at Parks and Rec that are organizing this and coordinating with us on the Veterans Memorial, which I'm on, and we coordinate with the American Legion. But if you know a veteran in the area that wants to come out and enjoy some time with some other veterans, send them our way. And you can go to our website. There is a limit to how many people. We do need people to sign up, so you can go right to the Orion Township website, and you can sign up there.
And there might be some overflow, right, to accommodate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot that's today.
We're going to head over there a little bit later.
Yeah, we're working on overflow so that we can be sure to accommodate every veteran that wants to come out and enjoy the day.
Yeah. So there's lots of veterans in this community I consider friends, and I'm looking forward to seeing them when I'm over there shooting video on the 11th. So, and that pretty much brings Orion Today to an end. Matt, always good seeing you.
It's my pleasure,
Thanks
Joe,
for
and
coming
thank
out.
you to you and the ONTV team for all the amazing things you do in this community. You document our lives, and you share it so that those who aren't at every event get to see what's really happening. We appreciate you and salute you.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
This is our last show before Halloween. So trick-or-treating hours, I think, are 6 to 8, something like that. So we'll see you out and about in the community, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Y'all have a good day.